I've been getting a little bit more into photography lately, and kind of figured out that I needed a work table for doing photography projects and other things that are small. If I want to record some food or something like that in photography, I wanted a little photography table where I can set things up and put lights around and take pictures. And also light projects. It may be that I might want to be doing a little bit of soldering or something, and I want a table that I can put together and take apart as needed, and do so with the parts that I have on hand without buying anything. So this deserves a good talk about. Hello, anyone. I'm Scott Bain. They call me the Old Farmer. I wanted a breakdown tabletop that works well with photography and for doing small projects. And it's all based upon Master Mechanic workbench. I have taken the MDF top that came with it off, and I replaced it with a 2x6 cut appropriately and mounted it where the MDF tabletop was. Then I'll build a removable tabletop with a spline that I clamp into place, and I've got a tabletop that I can use for photography when I have small things to photograph, or if I have small projects like soldering or something, I can just set it up on this little table and it'll work perfectly. So let's get into building this project, okay? I'm building this on the basis of construction quality, not furniture quality. The tabletop isn't exactly square. It's off, maybe a half inch from one end to the other, but it's close enough for what I need. I took a piece of 2x4 and glued it into place. And since I don't have clamps that work properly, I took a Doyle anvil and set it on top because it's 60 pounds, and left it there for, overnight so that it could set up real good. Then I went through using a ruler and a rafting square and found the center of the 2x4 on top to drill through. And of course, I'm going to recess the screw holes so the heads aren't in the way. And there we go. I'm just showing you that I've recessed the holes. And this is how the screws set into the project. I believe these are 1.5-inch screws that I used. And of course, there are torts. I've gotten rid of as many of my Phillips and straight screws as possible. I still run across them, but I've gotten rid of them. I just don't buy Phillips anymore. Now, I got a little sloppy while doing this project, and the keel is too long. It won't sit down. It can be locked into place, but I want the tabletop, the plywood, sitting on top of the workbench. So what it means is I have to re-screw where the screws set, because cutting off the keel on both ends, I'm going to lose 2 screw holes for holding it in place. Okay, and I flipped the table around again, the tabletop, and you can see that by hand I'm cutting off the excess, and I'll do that at both ends. And now the keel is short enough to be able to be clamped tight in the workbench. And this is the putty that I use for filling in holes and things like that. It's clay-based, and it's in water. Takes a little longer to dry, but I wasn't in any hurry. But I think it does a better job than most of the other putties that you can use for wood fill because it doesn't shrink. And now we've got the finished product. And you can see with just a touch of sanding and such, I've rounded the corners so there's no sharp edges or corners, and I've sanded the wood putty so that it's smooth. And I'm not going to paint it. I'm just going to leave it this way because most of the time I will have something over the top of it. For example, if it's photography, I'll have a cloth or something over the top of it. I think I'll use this setup quite often. Thank you for watching, and please be safe. We'd sure appreciate it if you could subscribe and leave a comment. You know how YouTube behaves. They won't believe you watched a video unless you leave a comment. Also, it would help if you ring the bell and do a thumbs up. As you know, if I find a good channel, I pass it on to you. So if you think it's appropriate, it would sure help if you passed us on to your closest 10,000 friends and family. But above all, give a helping hand to someone today. It's the best gift to give. It'll make you feel good too.
Don't forget to click like, subscribe, share, or ring the bell buttons on the Original Old Farmer channel. We enjoy reading the comments that you leave, and they do help the channel, so keep them coming. And once again, thank you for watching The Original Old Farmer.
The VFW National Home for Children, providing families of veterans and active duty military opportunities for growth and development in a nurturing community. Please consider a donation to help their children and families. I.C. Rhodes speaking.